We have a ton to talk about right now, a lot of surprising stats and things that aren't going too well when it comes to Dogecoin and Bitcoin, and we're going to jump into all of this. What's causing this? What's the reason behind this? Elon Musk tweeting out that Tesla is no longer accepting Bitcoin as payment, and here's why this could be extremely optimistic for Dogecoin long term. The reason is because we could potentially be about to see Tesla switch from Bitcoin to Dogecoin. If that happens, we would see Dogecoin going up massively from where it is right now. That said, there's no question right now we are seeing some negative things happening with Dogecoin and what's going on here. And the biggest problem I think a lot of people have with this is that Elon Musk and Tesla, what they're doing right now when it comes to stopping of accepting of Bitcoin is they're caving into the banks and they're caving into the people in power who are trying to convince us using things that aren't true that we are technically not having the same environmental impact when it comes to Bitcoin versus the normal systems. The normal systems are so much less efficient. That's not even close to close. You think about driving to the banks. You think about all of the big buildings that are put in place. Printing large amounts of money. You use trees to print those. You printing metal. 1 penny, it costs actually 2 pennies to make. Extremely inefficient. The current systems we have compared to cryptocurrency. And that's not even to say the current monetary systems are that bad when it comes to efficiency. Still though, there's a big gap. And so this is definitely a very, very unfortunate thing what we're seeing right now is everyone starts to come into the chats. Welcome everyone. The chats are just going crazy right now. Yeah, this is not a good time for Dogecoin. As you know, I'm in it for the long haul, so I do not intend to sell, but it's definitely hurting a bit right now. It's hurting to see this. It's hurting to see especially Elon causing it with a silly move like this that doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, if he is to say switch to Dogecoin very fast, if he makes the announcement, I guess it would make sense overall in the long term, them doing that. He still has helped cryptocurrency a lot as a whole through Tesla. So overall, it's not necessarily the most negative thing ever, but it still is not good. What we're seeing right now, let me go ahead and show you this tweet, and I'll explain exactly why this is kind of silly. So this is the tweet right here. If you have not seen it yet, let me go ahead and pull it up one more time. This is the tweet from Elon Musk. Tesla and Bitcoin, and we're going to zoom in on it. So Tesla and Bitcoin, he's basically saying, they're no longer doing it because it's bad fossil fuel-wise for the environment. The biggest, first of all, issue with this is that most people were just using Bitcoin as a store of value anyway. The amount of people buying Teslas with Bitcoin was not really that high. Yes, it was happening. So in doing this, think about how many people just sold and transacted value with Bitcoin, which takes energy to do, especially through the financial systems because you use the dollar in a lot of cases for this as well. So it takes a lot of energy. The amount Bitcoin just went down. The amount cryptocurrency just went down approximately 10 to 15% all across the board. That took way more energy than if you just kept accepting it at Tesla. If you just kept accepting it and done nothing, you would have used less energy overall than you would just by making that announcement and causing it to fall that fast. So a ridiculous move by Tesla. It was not smart. They should not have done this. Do we still love Elon Musk? Yes, of course we do. Are we still supporting Elon Musk? Yes, of course we are. Because overall, he has good intentions. I think some of the people behind the scenes kind of got to him here. I think that the people in power, in positions of power, were able to get to Elon, and we need to make sure that doesn't happen into the future. We need to make sure that Tesla, it's not, remember, Elon owns less than 30% of Tesla, so it's not all him. Other people on the board, other people at Tesla are a huge factor in this decision as well. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Elon does have a lot of power, but he doesn't have all the power. And so if they want to do that, they can do things without him giving permission. And I would love to know what percentage of this was his decision, because if this was his decision, we do have to criticize him some for that. It was a bad decision. It wasn't smart. And the only thing that would make up for it, in my opinion, at least right now, I mean, maybe there will be something else. They shouldn't have in the first place accepted Bitcoin if this was going to be their inevitable plan the entire time. They knew already Bitcoin hasn't changed. It still has the exact same impact as it did before. So all they're saying is either they didn't do the research the first time, and I'm glad they did accept it. It helped cryptocurrency a lot as a whole. So I'm glad they did, but it's not logical. Why would you accept it knowing this and then nothing changes at all and now you're not accepting it? I do hope though, there is definitely some positives though that you can take away from this, which is this. So at the bottom they said looking for other cryptocurrencies, and they also said they still think cryptocurrency is a good idea on many levels, has a promising future, but cannot come at a great cost environment. You mean like the current systems do already? I mean, what's the deal with this? It's just not. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Doesn't take yes, it takes significantly less energy to mine. Dogecoin does. And I'm going to show you a chart on that in 1 second here. We'll talk about it and where this is going. Also, thank you so much, Matt Smith, for the chat. Matt, he's not caving to the banks. He's punching back at the billionaire shorting Doge. I think that may be to some degree true, but yeah, so do you think it's Barry versus Elon? I mean, maybe maybe he is playing a little bit more into this than what we're thinking. Because imagine this. Imagine Elon causes Bitcoin to go down and then starts accepting other cryptocurrencies, Dogecoin included. If Dogecoin's the main one, he did just have a poll not too long ago, and he said this: we are also looking for other cryptocurrencies with less than 1% of Bitcoin's energy/transaction. That's energy per transaction. Let me go ahead and show you. We can actually take a look at what cryptocurrencies currently have that, and then we'll talk about what Elon's plan is. It's all about the facts. Come on, subscribe. What are you waiting for? We got all the facts and all the information. Every single one of them. Each individual fact. I mean, what more do you need? What more do you need? Go down there, hit the button. If you want to be helping this video to get out to more people, you can press like. This isn't one of them where I'm going to be telling people, like, normally I'll say multiple times to press like. I probably won't do that this video, but we do want the message to get out overall, the positiveness, because there is some negative, but there's also some positive. Let me go ahead and read this chat. Hit like. Our team leader is speaking. We stand with you, Matt. Doge, hold the line. From Ryan. Thank you so much, Ryan. This one as well. Sell-off could be due to the people scared of Feds touching interest rates. On the other hand, economy is cheap before it heads to other exchanges. Part of it, yes, but I don't think that's the main thing. This is the main thing right here. This news, because it happened right after the news. So what is more than 1% less compared? Ethereum. So this is, I think, a very, very telling sign. Ethereum is right around 10% when it comes. So this chart right here shows kWh, kilowatts hour consumed per transaction. And so you can see 707. Ethereum there, 62.56. This right here is pretty dang groundbreaking. You probably haven't heard this anywhere else yet. Elon's saying less than 1%, specifically that number. He didn't say less than 10%. He didn't say less than 20%. He said less than 1%. So if we look directly at that, this one right here, it's around 9%, 8%, somewhere around there of what Bitcoin is doing, and that's Ethereum. So Elon may be letting us know right now he doesn't plan to use Ethereum either. Maybe he's not going to do Bitcoin or Ethereum. What if he's saying there's a couple of options here? So we could potentially see him doing XRP. We could see him doing Dogecoin. Dogecoin, of course, the one circled here because that's clearly the most likely. As we do know, Elon literally just posted Cardano as well as another one that has that same metric there. Because we know Elon, the tweet he posted right before that was this. That was 1 day ago. Do you want Tesla to accept Doge? Clearly, this was planned. You really think he didn't know that Tesla was about to stop accepting Bitcoin when he made this tweet? Of course he knew. He knew already. And so he was letting us know ahead of time. Don't let Doge crash too much. He was trying to give us a little bit of a cushion there with this tweet, which he did only a day before. Only like 24 hours before approximately. And so I think the proximity of those tweets is definitely a very, very positive sign long term. As we're up to now 7,300 people watching. Welcome everyone coming into the chat. So much information, so many facts. We also have some great replies under this tweet as well. Shibtoshi saying, if there was a merge-minded cryptocurrency that, if only there was a merge-minded cryptocurrency that had a smaller carbon footprint than Bitcoin and also had a dog on it. If only. We need, Billy, can you please make us one of those? We need one like that. That sounds great. If only. It's too bad. It's unfortunate. Yes, Matt, we're looking at Barry versus Elon going on as we speak. Barry, if you don't know, Barry Silbert, in my opinion, he's mostly irrelevant. I mean, who? Barry who? Barry what? He's irrelevant to me. That's why I haven't talked about him that much. But Barry Silbert, maybe he's not relevant to Elon. Maybe Elon is kind of going at him a bit right now. Here's the only thing, though. The announcement with Barry and him shorting Doge and then buying Bitcoin, more Bitcoin with the Doge he had. I believe he had some, he sold it, or at least he told people to sell Doge and buy Bitcoin. That announcement came, was it 3 days ago? I believe it was around 3 days ago. I would not be surprised. In the corporate world, it takes way longer than 3 days to actually put stuff like this in place. I bet you Elon actually knew that Tesla was about to stop accepting Bitcoin for longer than 3 days ago. And so it's possible that could be part of it, but I don't know. It's really hard to tell for sure. 3 days, though, I guess is within the same time frame as we have seen some other things from Tesla. Not out of the question. It did take over a month before we actually got the news announcement that they had bought Bitcoin after they bought it. We didn't know for a long time. The news announcement is what really caused it to go up. After they bought it, it really was mostly stagnant around that $30,000 area. Now, though, it's gone up a lot. And this is what we've seen with Dogecoin. So Dogecoin, the price of Dogecoin, now at 4.3. So we are seeing a bit of a resurgence now after dipping massively. It looks similar kind of to that 15-cent dip that we saw, but on a smaller magnitude, because that flash dip was like nothing we've seen before, and maybe potentially like nothing we'll ever see again, hopefully, because we don't want to see that. But this is kind of what it's done. That's the 30-minute chart. If we go to the 1 minute chart, it's a little bit clearer to kind of see where this has gone. So we did see Doge falling massively after this announcement, you can see it was at around that 47-cent area. Part of that was because of Elon. Then Elon taketh away, and he posted that. And then people said, wait a sec, it dipped that far? Hold on. So you're telling me I can buy the future cryptocurrency of Earth at only 36 cents? Sign me up. And so a bunch of people decided to buy it around there. It bounced off 35, 36 cents, now back up to 43, which is a very positive sign. That means Dogecoin still has support that is holding strong for it. And if we actually take a look, Dogecoin was down as much as 20% at the bottom there. It had fallen more than all of the other cryptos because we know Elon's a big part of Dogecoin. And if Elon's anti-crypto, then that's going to be terrible for Dogecoin. People looked into it more, started to realize he was saying less than 1%. Dogecoin falls under that. So Elon's not anti-crypto. He's pro-crypto. He is just anti-Bitcoin at this current point in time for transactions. And he's also saying they're going to hold the Bitcoin, which means that Elon has no intention of selling Bitcoin, which means he probably won't sell Dogecoin either. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Will Elon be at some point soon starting to allow Tesla to accept Dogecoin and Bitcoin? Or will it take a long time? That's what we really have to, what it comes down to. Elon does go fast, so I expect it to happen soon. But I don't want to have to wait too much longer though. This is epic. So much news, so much excitement, so many coin coincidences. Much wow, Doge to the moon from Dub RX. I certainly hope it does go to the moon. We can see down 13% right now for the day. Bitcoin down 12%. That's one of the biggest single day falls for Bitcoin that we've ever seen. Technically, it's not the biggest, but it is one of the biggest. That's a massive, massive fall. And this week, it was actually staying relatively steady. So of the last 24 hours, compared to the last 7 days, like 90% of it, of the drop that it went through, of the 12.97%, 90% of it happened just in the last 24 hours, which is massive, massive, massive downfall for that. 164 for Cardano, we've seen it going down. But I think the two we should be looking at right now are the two at the top there. Cardano, Dogecoin, maybe even XRP, that have less than 1% as the ones Elon may be accepting soon through Tesla. If Elon had his way, he would probably just do Dogecoin first. Tesla, though, is bigger than just him, like we've been talking about. So I believe Tesla may actually push back on that a bit and say, okay, well, we have to do more than one cryptocurrency. Will they do XRP, Cardano, and Dogecoin? That certainly could be the case. We saw Dogecoin actually fall just slightly below Tether right now, meaning it's no longer in that fourth position, but technically it is because Tether doesn't really count. It's tethered to the US dollar, always the same price. Not really a real cryptocurrency per se, kind of is, but not really. It's more of just, I mean, it's definitely a store value. It's the most store value thing you can possibly find in all of these space there. Thank you, Scott, for the chat coming in as well. Wario Elon threw banana peel to take out Mario. Bit costs more to mine. Interesting. Well, that's one way to look at it there. Mario, is he the one behind this? Is it all down to what Mario is doing here and Wario from SNL? People who didn't watch it are going to be very confused. Why are you talking about Wario? Why are you talking about Wario? As we're also seeing Tesla to stop accepting Bitcoin, big articles coming out like this. This one from USA Today. Fossil fuels is the reason. We saw dozens of articles coming out all across the internet, having a pretty large reach, a pretty big impact on this. We have seen people as well saying, hey, well, Elon, why are you still accepting the dollar then? And we saw Pomp coming out with that. He holds a lot of Bitcoin. So, of course, he's not happy. A lot of people are not happy about this. And rightfully so, because it wasn't a good move. Never mind, Elon Musk says Tesla won't accept Bitcoin. Yeah, never mind. Well, why are they accepting it in the first place then? I mean, we love that you did, but was this your plan the entire time? Then here's another really big story that actually is getting a lot of attention right now. And that is, of course, what's been happening with Shiba Inu token. As I showed you on the show last night, I showed you approximately 50% is just in one person's wallet. And that person is Vitalik Buterin. He is one of the co-founders of Ethereum. And he decided right one day after we made that big show, one day after the announcement where we said that he could be about to sell at any point in time. So it's very risky. Be careful investing in SHIB. Right after that, he then actually does something, which is that he takes out $1 billion and he sends it to a charity. Okay, well, that makes him a good person, right? Well, he sent it to a charity. Why is that bad, Matt? What's the problem? Because that doesn't make you a good person to take other people's money and then put it into charity. That's not a positive thing to do. That's a negative thing. That makes me lose respect for Vitalik. He shouldn't have told other people what charity they need to invest in. When you want to invest in charity, then you go in and you invest in charity. And a lot of us do that. We do that. When we want to invest, we invest in charity, or we put money into charity. Vitalik was basically saying, hey, I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to take your money. I'm going to choose a charity. You don't get to choose. I'm going to cause it to crash. That money was gifted to him. That sheep was gifted to him. And yes, We knew this was likely going to happen. We knew it was really risky, and that's why we were talking about it and warning about it, but I didn't want this to happen. This isn't the ideal situation. Vlad, at the very least, should have told people that he was going to do this first, so then people could take their money out if they chose to, and then he did it. But no, he just did it randomly, without telling anyone, causing it to go down massively. Why? If it's for charity, Vitalik, if it's for charity, then why wouldn't you tell people first? Put out a tweet. Let people know you're going to do it. Then it will go down from 1 billion to maybe 500 million or whatever it will go down to. But at the very least, then people could make that decision. If they want to be still participating in it, then they need all the information first. So I thought that was a very bad thing to do. He's getting a ton of praise from all over the internet for this. A ton of people writing articles on Vitalik Buterin. Vitalik Buterin donates 1 billion worth of meme coins to India relief. Ethereum founder Vitalik, so many articles praising him for this. No, he doesn't deserve praise for this. He randomly, out of nowhere, decided to choose what other people can invest in when it comes to charity. He randomly, out of nowhere, without any warning to anyone, did this, and it's definitely not right. If he wanted to donate, why not use his own money? He has enough money if he wanted to donate a large amount. He could have donated his own money. Instead, he chooses this, and this right here is another sign he could be about to do this more. I would not be surprised if he just did 1 billion on this. There's a decent chance he plans to take more out and continue doing it more and more and more. So the sheep token people who decided to send him 50%, I believe that was definitely a mistake in the long run. It did help some in the short term, but that was not the smart thing to do. A lot of people are going to leave Shiba and leave Bitcoin and come to Dogecoin. It's par for the course. We know Dogecoin has a decent chance to be the cryptocurrency of Earth, and this definitely is playing a role in that. I really didn't even know much about this dude until this story came out, and now I just have very little respect for him personally. And that's not to say he's probably a nice person. He's probably good. But there's a difference between being nice and being respected, because you can pick both, but it's not easy to manage that, and he's not managing it very well, based on what we've seen from him. I mean, I know, Matt, but he donated to charity though. How can you possibly say that's bad? I know. I mean, he did donate to charity. That's definitely overall a positive thing. Just the way he did it, the way he made other people do it, I don't like that. And that's just a small story compared to the bigger overall story, but it still does matter. But also we're seeing this. Dogecoin to get DevOps support for commercial apps via Doge Labs IO, AppSwarm. So we are seeing big integrations coming with Dogecoin. The developers, they're working on some awesome stuff that's going to be happening soon. So there's so many exciting things when it comes to Dogecoin to look forward to. This is definitely a setback for it. But that doesn't mean the long-term projection has to change. It doesn't mean that we can't still be very excited about Dogecoin long term. Looks like, as we're up to almost 10,000 people now. Welcome everyone coming in. Let me read a couple of these chats here. Wario, this one says, Elon is tired of Bitcoin whales like Pomp trashing Dogecoin. This has nothing to do with energy. To some degree, you may be right. I don't know how much of this is Elon saying energy and how much of this is Elon saying, okay, well, I made Bitcoin go up. You know what? I can stop that and I can change it to Dogecoin instead. Because Elon's smart enough. He knew ahead of time when they were getting Tesla to accept Bitcoin. He already knew the entire environmental impact of it for the most part. It's not like that changed. You could have asked anyone what it was. And the thing is too, it's so much smaller than the US dollar. So that's where it's frustrating. That's where it starts to become a problem. Yes, it does have an impact, but it doesn't mean it's a worse impact. There's two different things there. This chat coming in, BTC down, Spotify hidden playlist is making more sense. Oh, I didn't even think about that yet. Yes, that's right. Elon Musk did. Okay, this is actually kind of big to think about. So Elon Musk sending us a clue. What did he say in the clue? He said BTC down, Dogecoin going up. That wasn't even that long ago. We do know in corporate terms, it can often take as many as 1, 2, 3 weeks for something like this to happen, from the time they make the decision till the time they make the announcement and the news comes out. So what if Elon was letting us know in that playlist that he was planning to get Tesla to stop accepting Bitcoin? He was already planning that. He was signaling to us ahead, those of us paying attention. That right there is why you should subscribe with notifications on, because we found that clue. Whereas no one else on the internet found it before us. We on this channel were the first to release that. Other articles came out about it afterwards. But that's big. You could be right. Maybe Elon was letting us know. Barry Silbert lives near me. I just left him an angry note saying that to the moon, have a nice day, do only good every day. You know where he lives. Oh my gosh. Barry, you may want to be a little careful there. Probably not though. It's probably okay. Funny Mike coming in. I don't think anyone, don't do anything bad to Barry. We don't like what Barry did, but don't do anything bad to him. He's just a person. Check out messages fixing to text a clue. Funny Mike is about to text us a clue. That's always exciting because Funny Mike has some good clues coming in. Let me go ahead and see. Did you already send it or do I need to still check it? I'm going to check right now. I do not see it yet. Funny Mike about to send us a clue here on the live and we can look at it and go over it. So that's exciting. Mr. Mike coming in with the clue. Matt, if Doge gets to $1 in the next 2 months, I'll let you have... Dude. Oh my gosh. Read that. Someone, you guys are welcome to read that, chat. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's going too far. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh no. People are going to go read that and then laugh. If you want a good laugh, you're welcome to read that. Okay, Funny Mike just sent me the text, I believe. Oh, he has a new number. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and add you as Funny Mike with the new number. I'm looking forward to seeing what this is because it could be something big. We know sometimes Funny Mike will send us some big stuff. So, I'm hoping it is. Oh, geez. Okay. Man, this is next level stuff right here. I may have to make a whole entire video on this. Oh my gosh. Okay. So basically, he's decoding. What the heck? Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe. Is it so is there anything else to it? Basically he decoded word scramble of this. I don't know. That just seems a little bit hard to imagine. Huh. But it is in that exact order. Is it the last letter or something of each one? I don't know. Man, that's tough. That could be, you could be right. I think I need to make an entire video on just this. I'm sorry, I know, people want to hear now. I need to make an entire video. I need to go over this more before I say anything about it. But oh my gosh, that could be big. We're going to talk about this more. I promise, we will. I'm gonna with the second I get off this live, which we're gonna go a little bit longer, talk a little bit more about this. The second I get off, I'm gonna do that. What do you think about Reddit theory that Coinbase was working with Barry to short Doge? I emailed you the Reddit post, and I don't think so. I'll look at it though. The Nikki Magpie coming in. The only reason I don't think that, and you could be right, I don't want to say for sure. The only reason I don't think that is because that doesn't seem like the type of thing the people on Reddit, all of us, I'm on Reddit too, that we would do. Maybe, but it just seems unlikely. But I'll look into it. If you have evidence, then. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're not saying that people of Reddit did it. What am I saying? You're saying that Coinbase and Barry were working together on it, and that people on Reddit were saying that. Okay, that makes way more sense. I see what you're saying now. That makes more sense. So Coinbase was coming out. They did an entire article where they showed all the top cryptos, the top 6, and Dogecoin wasn't included in there. Coinbase, I think, does have a bit of an issue. Maybe their CEO is the type of person who sleeps with his socks on at night. Which we're not happy if that's him. Maybe not. We want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they just didn't include it because it's not on Coinbase yet. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now. But I will say, Coinbase is right now on my list, which is a weird term. What? Oh my gosh, Matt has an list. That's not good. I just made that up. I don't really have a list like that, but I do now, I guess. Black Friday, November Doge to be accepted at my place of work. My lips are sealed. I'm the purchasing manager of the corporate office of a very popular certain shoe brand. I'm from Oregon. Whoa, that's exciting. Doge Man Dan, his lips are sealed. He works for a shoe company in Oregon. What's from Oregon that's a shoe company? Someone let me know. We'll try to figure it out. Oh, hey, Matthew, I haven't seen you in a long time. How you been? How's it going? It's going good, Matthew, but not too good. It's going never mind. It's going bad. It's going a little bit bad when it comes to Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. Aren't you used to, when people ask you, how are you doing? Your instinct, you just say, oh yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. But you're not. Even if you're not okay, you still say that. Why? Instincts. Caught in... Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so I'm going to look at that. What shoe company's in Oregon? Oregon Shoe Company. Is it Nike or something? Oregon Shoe Company. Okay, there we go. I don't know. Is it Danner? That's interesting. Someone let me know. Oh, Nike. It is Nike. Okay, that's what I thought. That was the first guess. So everyone's saying Nike in the chat like crazy. It must be Nike. Matt, I think we need to go to the moon. Crypto Tankero just saying, oh, you need to go to the moon. All right. Dogecoin to the moon. There we go. That makes you, hopefully that makes you feel better. If you're down right now, which all of us are, hopefully that makes you feel a little bit better, but not much. I mean, to the moon, that's good, but it's not going to put those zeros back in your bank account, in your Robinhood account or your crypto.com account, wherever you're using. Scott says Nike as well. Nike's in Oregon. Why doesn't it come up first then? Oh, I spelled Oregon. Oops. All right, let me try it. So we're Nike headquarters, Nike HQ. Oh, look at that! Beaverton, Oregon, Nike. So it was Nike. That was the first one that comes to mind, just because it's the biggest shoe company, I believe, right now. Nike's kind of annoying though sometimes, but sometimes they make cool shoes. Sometimes they're annoying. It's just it's a combination of both. But they are in Oregon, and you are saying right here on this chat that on Black Friday they're going to be accepted for Nike. Is it your specific store, or is it going to be nationwide? That's huge if it is. If Nike starts accepting Doge, if they have an investment coming in, a little skeptical if that's real or not, but you sound very genuine. You're saying your lips are sealed, it's your place of work, you have inside knowledge, you are the purchasing manager at the corporate office. Okay, so you're the corporate office, not a specific store. You're saying the entire chain of Nike stores is going to not accept Bitcoin. They're going to be accepting Dogecoin. Maybe Bitcoin too. You didn't specify on that. Oh my gosh. If that's real, on Black Friday, how long do we have to wait? So Black Friday, that's a long time to wait. We have to wait all the way until the end of the year for Black Friday. It's a long time, but it's not that long. I mean, it's still within reason. If it happens, that's going to be exciting. This one says, Adidas in Oregon too. I believe there are hidden messages in the Wario SNL skit when they say the paragraph, the TV on court. That's why Elon tweeted it out. Oh, maybe. That wouldn't surprise me at all. We do know there was hidden messages in there, and we did see the Doge search on there and also the Doge upgrade, which led us to believe that maybe Elon's planning to upgrade the Doge system. He could have a big master plan behind this to make Bitcoin fall some and make Dogecoin go up. That's what we're hoping for, right? There's no guarantees he does, but that wouldn't surprise me with all the hints he's been leaving with the playlist. The playlist, I think, is the key to everything. It's like a TV show. It's like X-Files or something. The playlist is the key to unlock all. If we want to know Elon's plan, Doge 1 satellites going up, other satellites to facilitate the Dogecoin transactions, BTC going down, all of that was in the playlist. And also LMRST, which is the network of satellites. So we have the first clue coming true, then the second clue coming true. If that's the case, then the third one will be the LMRST satellites. It's kind of genius, actually, the way he set this up. And we're the only ones. This is the only community on the internet that we're on the trail like this for, which is cool. I mean, I think we should be proud of that. I believe there's a hidden message in the Wario SNL skit. You could actually be right. But I think channel Let's Subway. You want sub? Oh, you want to go to the Subway? I'm a little confused what you mean by that, Matthew, but maybe we can figure it out. Beaverton, Oregon is where its headquarters is at, which is right here outside of Portland in Oregon. A little bit outside 99.26 where it's near. What is there any more information you can give us, please? We would like to get more information on that. You'll keep up the good work from Lewis coming in as well. Thank you so much, Lewis, for the chat. A lot of love, even in the time when we're down some right now. Let's go ahead and check this out. Some negative comments too. Someone just said Doge is a joke. I happen to disagree with you there. It's one of the most functional cryptocurrencies out there. It has a significantly better footprint, if that's something you are concerned with, which I guess Elon is at this current point in time. 421 right now, the price of Doge. So it isn't necessarily going down too fast, too much right now. We have seen a decent amount of drop though. Not going too fast, not going too much, but the drop is not a good thing. I mean, it's frustrating to see this. Will Elon change it around? I certainly hope so, but that is yet to be determined because we don't know. We hope he does, but we don't know if he actually is going to do that. I'm going to go ahead. So here's the thing. I just put a bunch of information out there. It's really good. I want to make sure this video doesn't get too long so everyone can go watch this. But I will probably come back on live very soon here because we have a ton more to talk about with this. A ton more big stories, big things that are happening. What's going to happen next with Doge? I'm not selling. I'm still holding on. And this right here is an indication that we could have a bright future coming. So I'm going to go ahead and get off the live right now. Thank you to everyone who's been seeing the chats and coming in. Yeah, I mean, the comparison between Doge and Bitcoin, Dogecoin's way better when it comes to that. Anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand. I'm going to stay in the comment section a little bit longer if you want to talk a little bit more, and I will see you in the next video.